FC Tulsa looking at their third game at home within a week, having already had a win and a draw against Loudoun and Pittsburgh respectively. They're up against a tough opponent tonight in the shape of El Paso Locomotive FC. Friday night football here at One Oak Field as we welcome you in, former professional Anna Beffer and yours truly, Dave Saunders. And Anna, after 3 home defeats, El Paso then go and get a very impressive away win.
They did, and they'll look to build off of that tonight against FC Tulsa. And we've talked all week about how important it is to take care of business at home. And if FC Tulsa can get some points from tonight's game, I'd say that's a pretty successful homestand over the past week.
Well, after a 0-0 draw on Tuesday, we can assure you that FC Tulsa do score goals.
FC Tulsa's had some success up top, and up to this point in the season, FC Tulsa leads the USL Championship in goals, tied with Monterey Bay, and you can see why. Blaine Ferry showcasing his footwork here, get things going earlier this season against Loudoun United. And Dave, 4 different players have scored this season for FC Tulsa, and they're really spreading the wealth up top.
They certainly are. Here's Marcus Epps with arguably one of the best of the night for that one.
Absolutely, and they'll need more from him this evening. But you mentioned the impressive win against Louisville City FC. It's tough to go to Lynn Family Stadium, and especially tough to go there and score 3 goals. So they're looking to continue to build off of that this evening, and it'll be a tough matchup here at home in front of One Oak fans.
It's a dry night here, but it's been a very windy day in Tulsa. We'll be back after the break with your starting lineups and your first half call. It's FC Tulsa versus El Paso Locomotive FC.
SeatGeek presents Boomstick Lady. SeatGeek helps her find the perfect seat so she can sit where her boomsticks make the biggest boom. Oh, okay. SeatGeek handles the tickets so fans can fan.
As the world demands reliable,
low cost, low carbon energy,
Williams will be there.
with the best transport,
storage and delivery solutions.
We make clean energy happen
by being the best-in-class operator
of the critical infrastructure
that supports a clean energy future.
Williams, we make clean energy happen.
This is a city that is being run like a startup.
I think it's a remote mecca that's in the ground stages.
The city is genuinely welcoming of new people and new ideas.
If you're a full-time remote worker looking for something new, check out Tulsa's thriving community of more than 2,000 remote workers. Visit TulsaRemote.com to learn more about how you could receive $10,000 to move to Tulsa and apply now.
Today's match is brought to you by Bank of Oklahoma. We go above so you can go beyond. By Williams, we make clean energy happen. By Panera, the familiar made fantastic. And by Osage Casino Hotel, your place to play. Good evening, everybody. Welcome in to what is a clear night here and a dry night. But as I said in intro there, it has been very, very windy in Tulsa. Let's have a look at your Foxy Tacos starting lineups with Anna Beffer. And Anna, the leading of the line goes back to Moses Dyer tonight.
Definitely. You see Dyer atop number 77. Take a look here at Brett Levi's. He's had an outstanding start to the season for FC Tulsa on that left side. You'll see him getting involved in the attack as well. And then Austin Wormel steps in tonight for Nelson. But Dave, MVP last season for FC Tulsa, so a like-for-like swap. He'll do a great job this evening. And then take a look, Marcus Epps on the wing. So El Paso will have to be aware of him on that right side.
Let's have a look at the Foxy Tacos El Paso Locomotive FC lineup, and we can highlight the 37-year-old at the back there, the Spaniard Yuma, who's just a fantastic guy, to be frank with you, and also a fantastic player in the defense.
Yeah, El Paso Locomotive, we mentioned, coming off of a convincing win against Lou City at Lou City, so they'll look to continue to build on that tonight this evening at FC Tulsa. Diaz in goal has had an outstanding season, scored an assist earlier this season. So El Paso Locomotive with some work to do here at FC Tulsa, but looking ahead to a good matchup.
Well, here we are then with FC Tulsa, who are going to kick off. Thank you for your company here. Dave Saunders and Anna Beff are with you. And FC Tulsa, as we said in the build-up, this is their third home game inside a week, having beaten Loudoun United by 3-0 last Saturday. A 0-0 draw with Pittsburgh Riverhounds SC on Tuesday night. What's in store for us tonight with FC Tulsa in those black shirts, black shorts and black socks, and they kick us off, and they are playing from left to right on your screen up against the all sky blue tonight of El Paso Locomotive FC. You're very welcome in here to One Oak Field, the home of FC Tulsa, and here is Bradley Bourgeois playing at centre back tonight alongside the man with the ball now, Jorge Corrales, wearing 13, goes long here looking for Dario Suarez, who is offside. Suarez played up front in the number 9 position, but Anna, I think he'll be pleased to make, you know, a role his own out on the wing.
Definitely, and Dario Suarez, just one of those players that has always made an impact for SC Tulsa, as a seasoned veteran, and the younger players look up to him, so he'll definitely want to make an impact in tonight's game.
Here's Diaz, and now Pavkovic forward over the top. Back goes the number 3, Justin Malou. And here is Brett Levi's. Colin Fernandez. Lane Ferry, look for those two to link up well, the number 6 and the number 8. Both predominantly left-footed players in Blackgavin's 4-2-3-1 formation. Manu comes in and steals it for the home side. Here is Fernandez now, up to Da Costa. Early ball from Da Costa, out to Dario Suarez. Suarez will go from left to right, bringing in Malou. Epps waits here now for the ball, receives it, immediately back to Malou. And here's Bradley Bourgeois. And if you've been watching FC Tulsa this season, under the new coach, they are very much trying to possess the football more, and I think Tuesday night, I think it was 70% to 30% in favour of FC Tulsa.
They definitely have done a better job this season of taking care of the ball, being more thoughtful with their passes, but I think something that's really going to have to change as they continue to progress in the season and coming off of the tie earlier in the week is to make something happen with that possession. They had the possession statistic, but Dave, a lot of goals didn't come from that. So I think that's going to be a focal point tonight, this evening for FC Tulsa, is be clinical in front of goal, take more shots on goal, create more chances, and really make that possession count.
Yeah, I think it's a good point you make. I mean, you can have 70% of the possession, but how much possession do you have in the final third is what I think they will be working on. There's the ball up to Schlingnack there. There's Bourgeois stepping in. Colin Fernandez is robbed there, but the referee, who tonight is Brandon Stevis, says it will be a foul and a free kick to the home side. The assistants tonight, Eric Del Rosario and Jacob Little. The fourth official tonight, Will Franklin. Here's Bradley Bourgeois. Fit again. He only did start on Tuesday night in that Pittsburgh Riverhounds SC game, having come back from injury. Out comes the keeper, Benny Diaz, with his first real action of the night. 3.5 minutes coming up here. 0-0 the score. Petrovic there, wearing 27, playing on the left. It's pretty much a 4-4-2 for the visitors tonight. Now Da Costa nearly getting in with a mistake from Benny Diaz, but they get away with it and away it goes. Corrales with the header, and the referee says there is going to be a free kick here as Colin Fernandez goes down. I think the player came in on top of him was Alvio. Let's have a look at the injury report, and Ricci, we know, is out for FC Tulsa, and El Paso Locomotive FC have absolutely nobody on the injury list, which is what you want if you are the coach. More about the coaches throughout the broadcast. 70 degrees at kickoff from our friends at Fox 23. Yes, 70 degrees, but Annabeth, you were telling me, what, 50-mile-an-hour winds?
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how that affects the matchup tonight. I mean, some of those longer balls you might see hold in the air a bit longer. You have to be really thoughtful about keeping the ball on the ground. So it changes the landscape of the game a bit, so both teams will definitely have to adjust. I think it's gotten better over the last hour or two. Thankfully, from that shot, nothing. So hopefully it'll stay that way the rest of the matchup.
Everybody back for visitors playing all blue tonight. El Paso Locomotive FC. There's the ball from DaCosta, volleyed away. Ball in the midfield here. Epps leaves it for Levi's. Suarez has gone down. A number of fouls here being committed early on in this game. There's Dario Suarez. He's had to wait his turn a little bit. Did start the game as we said up front on Tuesday night, and is playing in a slightly different position tonight with Moses Dyer up there in the number 9 position. Here's Marcus Epps, who didn't have a lot of the ball in the last game, and we know how dangerous he can be. Talking of danger, here come the visitors, and a yellow card has been shown for Colin Fernandez very early on in this game. 6 minutes gone, 0-0. Fernandez into the referee's notebook.
A lot of fouls early on in this matchup. Referee trying to get control of the game early, and Fernandez looks like might have come in with a reckless challenge early on. Referee looked to be in a good position there to make that call. We'll get another look here on the replay. Great combination play between El Paso and their midfield.
Fernandez's 3rd yellow card of the season. Here's Yuma. Lyons has pushed up wide on the right here. Stian will come off a defender and will be the first corner of the game, and it goes to El Paso Locomotive FC. FC Tulsa Anna will have to be at their best defending this corner with Austin Wormel in goal. There's the corner taker, Christensen, and here's the ball into the box, and it's just headed wide. Austin Wormel, wearing all red tonight, had to come in to the game on Tuesday night in the first half after a facial injury to Nelson. He gets the ball out to Corrales. Corrales, the Cuban, will bring the ball away. We say it again that he's playing as a centre-back, left of the 2 centre-backs. Here's the other one, Bradley Bouchard, can play at left-back. Finds Ferry scored very fine goal we showed you in the opening. 3-0 United win. Dario Suarez can't keep that one in. It's all a little bit untidy from FC Tulsa here at the moment, Anna.
It is. We've seen them try to force that long diagonal ball a few times. There's definitely some space out there, but just haven't been able to really execute on those passes. And El Paso Locomotive have moments of good combination play in the midfield, but both teams really just trying to find their rhythm here early on this matchup, as it was a bit stop and go early on with a few of those challenges. So it'll be interesting to see as both teams start to settle in.
In the 9th minute here at Mullen Field, 0-0 the score. All over the top here. There goes Malou, heads it down. You can see the throw-in under pressure there from Petrovic. To the other side with Lyons. Rose. Human. a chance. Then there's a tackle coming in from Lou. Lignac had an arm around him.
Dave, FC Tulsa will have to be thoughtful as this game continues to develop. They found themselves a bit flat defensively, and El Paso Locomotive FC trying to find that ball over the top in behind. And they had success in that earlier in their game against Louisville City. That's how they scored one of their goals, find that ball over the top in behind. So something that FC Tulsa will have to be mindful of.
8 o'clock kickoff here at One Oak Field as FC Tulsa are looking to try and accommodate all fans. They've had 3 different kickoff times during the week. Friday night football here at One Oak Field. The only game being played tonight in the USL Championship. 0-0 the score. Ready with the throw, the 32-year-old Yuma, very experienced team. All the visitors here tonight. And now Malou. Bourgeois, patient build-up again from FC Tulsa in their own half here. By Corrales.
Dave, El Paso Locomotive FC so far, when just watching them, you can tell they're organized, they have their shape, they're standing pretty firm, allowing FC Tulsa to have that possession defensively, and that's something we've talked about. They have the majority of the possession, and they have had that earlier this season, but getting into that final third and having more of the ball in that attacking third is so important. And right now, El Paso Locomotive FC very content to let FC Tulsa pass around in their own half.
That's a good point you make. And here's Bradley Bourgeois. Long ball here, looking for Levi's. Levi's kind of won the header. Stays in the attacking third. Corrales misses that one. Bourgeois across to tidy up. Corrales will keep it in. And has to worm out. We'll just have to boot that one out as it was hurriedly played back to him.
Austin Mormel on his toes there to clear that one away, but Dave, similar situation against Lou City, where El Paso Locomotive FC was able to take advantage off of an errant pass and capitalize on that opportunity. So something we know that they are definitely capable of doing.
Well then, playing the ball out to Bradley Bourgeois as FC Tulsa look to build again in the 13th minute here. Fernandez now to Bourgeois. Bourgeois approaches the halfway line. Lou. And then Corrales. Again with the ball. Signac felt he was fouled. He's the oldest man in the squad. Corrales, 31-year-old. Levi's, who turned 30 this week. That left back pushes on down the left-hand side. Here he is on the ball. Quickly tackled there by Lyons. Thrown to FC Tulsa. Here's the Canadian Levi's to Mike Corrales. Bit of a chess match at the moment, Anna. Very quite slow, isn't it, at the moment?
It is, and that's where movement off the ball is so important for FC Tulsa. They're comfortable playing the ball across the back line, and you're waiting for that quick run. You're waiting for that bit of space, that check away, check two from those players up top, and that's where FC Tulsa has to get creative with their movement to try to draw El Paso out to create some space in the midfield.
slip it through there to Epps. Now the away side come away with the ball here. He runs forward. As the world demands low cost, low carbon energy, Williams will be there with the best transport, storage and delivery solutions. Williams, we make clean energy happen. Hello, good drive, driven ball there. Suarez looks over his shoulder, wants the overlapping run. And Ferry, Colin Fernandez, those two link so well. New midfield partnership. So just sitting in deep here. Here's Epps, nearly finds Suarez. Now Suarez inside the box and blasted over the top. And he had the freedom of the area there, and maybe if he had that one back again, Dario Suarez, Anna, might have taken another touch.
I think you're right. I don't know if he realized how much space he had in that moment, but good play from Dyer off of the header to keep it alive. I think we'll get another look here on the replay at that last sequence. But FC Tulsa doing better. That initial ball almost made it through. Dyer keeps it alive. Suarez tries off the half volley, but just opens his body up too much, leans back, and that one goes up over the bar. But back the other way are El Paso.
Still with the ball here. Yuma back on halfway. Lions wide on the right. Humer again inside that centre circle. Brings in Petrovic, and then Petrovic's ball forward. Well shackled. Bradley Bouchard. FC Tulsa have never beaten Paso. In fact, the scores here at One Oak Field back in 2021 was a 2-1 win for El Paso, and then there was a 2-2 draw back in 2019. All time is 3-0-2 for El Paso against FC Tulsa. Costa now, can he thread something through to Malou? He certainly can. Malou goes down there, no foul, says Mr. Stevis, the referee. It remains 0-0. Morelli saying to the referee, just have a little word with Malou there. He thought he was diving to try and get the advantage there. There's a look at Benny Diaz, the Mexican keeper, played every minute of the 4 games before this one. Certainly a quality goalkeeper, and it's been a feature for me, and just the quality of all the goalkeepers that I've seen both on ESPN Plus and also the games that we've been involved with.
Definitely, and Diaz, as you mentioned, I think we alluded to this earlier, but not a stat you see every day, but became the first goalkeeper in Locomotive history to record an assist in regular season game, which good for him. It's usually tough for keepers to get on the score sheet like that, but
yes, yeah, congratulations to him. So far, doing well in goal for the visitors. 0-0 the score. Rose involved there. All worked out to the right back, Miles Lyons, 4 substitute appearances for tonight. First start of the season. Long ball. It's over everybody. Salou has fouled the defender, Malou. Malou, the Senegalese lad, 24-year-old, signed from Columbus Crew 2 of England's next pro. Started every game this season. The referee talking to the experienced Luis Solignac, 2 starts. This is his 3rd start of the season. 5 shots on the season, no goals. The 32-year-old Argentinian. Here's Corrales to Levi's. Ferry has to be on the ball. Middle of the midfield for FC Tulsa. Here's Bradley Bourgeois swinging it to the left-hand side. Dario Suarez brings it down on his chest. Throw into FC Tulsa. Here's Suarez again. Levi's is on that overlap. Suarez goes round 1. Couldn't get round the 3rd. Da Costa over there helping. The referee said that Da Costa was in the back of Liam Rose. Free kick. And it's all just a bit bitty-anna. I mean, it's 2 good sides on display. Wanted to keep the football, but it's all just a little bit bitty at the moment, isn't it?
It is. It's hard for either team right now to really get into a rhythm in the final third. There have been moments for both teams where they've had possession, trying to build out of the back and switch the point of attack and try to find those open lanes, but it's pretty crowded in the midfield and neither team really able to link up the way they want to.
Benny Diaz then with the free kick outside of his area. Ball drops here to Bourgeois. Da Costa tries to help it on here to Moses Dyer. Now here's Epps in a little bit of space. Marcus Epps. Great tackle from Borelli there, stopping Epps in his tracks. He's already got a couple of goals on the season. 2 very fine goals indeed, by the way. One at Birmingham Legion we showed you in the Open, and then the other one in the Open we showed you in the 3-0 Loudon United victory. Here is Epps on the ball. Da Costa. Fernandez shut down quickly. Overhit ball. Brought down very well by Solignac. Lou takes over and then lets it go over the line. They certainly pack it in at El Paso Locomotive FC, don't they? And then they break very, very quickly, a very organised side.
They do, and so far it's working. It's forced FC Tulsa to really almost settle for some of those balls up over the top just to try to get in behind, but you're exactly right. They're organized, and then so quickly they're good at their off-the-ball movement to create that space going forward. They haven't been able to have that clear opportunity on frame yet, but you can see how they can create those chances when they break so quickly.
Go back here to Kovic. Goes the back line, the Spaniard, born in Madrid. Largely experienced 37-year-old. Here he is again on the ball. Playing the 23rd minute here, 0-0. Long ball to the left-hand side. Trying to bring in Ricardo Arias, who we've not really seen too much of so far in this game. Every player working themselves into the game. Yuma. Rose. Kovic. Petrovic, back goes Epps. So play that one out. Be a part of FC Tulsa history and order your 2023 Route 66 kit or Interstate kit today. Pick yours up at the FC Tulsa team shop or order yours online at fctulsa.com/shop. Free kick then to El Paso. Thanks very much for your company here tonight on ESPN Plus and also My 41 here locally in Tulsa. Get a picture top left there of Blake Evan, the new FC Tulsa coach. Here's Yuma. Kovic. Steps in back to Kovic and the luminous boots there, back to the man all in yellow tonight, Benny Diaz. FC Tulsa would like to work into a save. Vio out to Petrovic. Petrovic, ball out to the right-hand side. In steps Levi's. Paso Locomotive FC here, and are starting to dominate the possession, aren't they?
They are. Earlier in the matchup, FC Tulsa seemed to be more comfortable having more of the ball in their defensive half, but right now it's getting to be about 50-50, and El Paso Locomotive FC's definitely had the better chances as they kind of inch their way closer to goal, but neither team yet up to this point has had a shot on goal. So a lot of possession, but like we talked about earlier in the show, Dave, not a lot to show for it at this moment.
FC Tulsa just edging their stats 54 to 46 in possession, but as we said, of late, the last 10 minutes certainly, it's been the visitors that have had the lion's share. But as Alabefa quite rightly points out, no goalkeeper has had to really make a save as yet. That's a great ball over the top here, bringing in Petrovic. Petrovic, who's already got one goal this season, passes the ball rather into the gloves of Austin Wormel. Will be pleased to get his hands on the football. He tells everybody just to calm down, and then calmly rolls it out to the back four. Here's Bradley Bourgeois. Malou. Certainly you would say both teams being patient, Anna, in possession.
You're definitely right, and we've seen them, be comfortable with the ball defensively, just going back and forth, trying to see if there's a lane that can open up or an opportunity for a switch, as you see here, and Epps is found on the right side.
Yeah, here is Marcus Epps. Can he get a shot in on frame? Across the goal, and it's rather slid into the easy direction of Benny Diaz there, but it's a good ball in. It was Moses Dyer trying to make something of that. It was a decent ball in from Epps there.
It was. You saw Epps there after that play give a thumbs up. Great breaking ball, that diagonal, and Epps is so good when he gets himself isolated and able to take on players 1v1. Dangerous ball in, but Dyer just not able to connect with it, but better from FC Tulsa.
Both these teams, of course, coming off their first clean sheets of the season in their last games. Here's Bourgeois. Was an eye-catching result, wasn't it? El Paso's win at Lou City. Lou City don't often concede many at home. They don't lose many at home, and it was you and I on that night when the result came in to us. We'll come back to that in a moment. Especially as losing their first 3 games at home and then go to go and get that result was eye-catching, wasn't it?
It was, and Lynn Family Stadium is just a tough place to play. They have a great atmosphere, and it was one of those games, Dave, where everything went right for El Paso. They played really, really well, took advantage of their opportunities, and that was the difference. And 3 goals later, and credit their defense as well, kept the clean sheet. So just an all-around good victory. And their head coach Brian Clairhard just talked about how it's just about progressing from that game. Obviously didn't start out the season the way they wanted to, but going on the road, getting a tough victory, and trying to do a similar thing here.
Petrovic round the defender, overhits the cross, did all the hard work, twisting and turning, and they just, quite frankly, overhit it. It's going to be a throw into Brett Levi's, the left back. There is Petrovic, who did score the 3rd in that 3-0 victory at Lou City. In a corner there, gets it up to Suarez. Suarez did well there to get it to Moses Dyer. Epps waits on the right-hand side. Here's the right back for FC Tulsa, Malou. Back to Dyer, who's very deep here. He's playing as the lone striker, but getting things going from the midfield. Costa goes down, Suarez goes down. The referee saying that it was DaCosta that was fouled. Excuse me, it's Levi's over there. It's a long way from us. Substitution with the foul. There's Levi's, who's picked himself up. And there's Blaine Ferry, who will be looking to add to his tally, 1 goal this season. It's the referee pacing out the 10 yards. 0-0 it remains. In the 30th minute here at One Oak Field. If you're a neutral tuning in, FC Tulsa playing from left to right in the all-black kit tonight, the home side, in this USL Championship match against El Paso Locomotive FC, who are in all blue tonight. Overhit ball is it, headed back in by Bourgeois, headed away only as far as Epps. Colin Fernandez look to try to thread the ball through, goes back here to Ferry. Ferry to Bourgeois, Bourgeois to Epps. Epps now, can he get one-on-one? No ball into the box. Good defending again. Halfway line, Bradley Bourgeois. As both teams finding it hard to break each other down. Thrown to FC Tulsa.
And that's where, Dave, those extra late runs might be the difference maker. We've seen a couple of times where Levi's gets high on that left side and creates an open man, and Marcus Epps in a similar fashion might need some help on that right side to create some numbers going forward, but FC Tulsa trying to break through here.
Foul against DaCosta. Broken up with a few fouls tonight. FC Tulsa's next match is a crosstown derby against the Tulsa Athletic in the second round of the Open Cup before travelling to San Diego Loyal. And then a two-game homestand against Charleston Battery on the 15th of April, and then 2 weeks later against Sacramento Republic FC. Petrovic. Chance here for DaCosta. DaCosta one-on-one with the keeper. He chips the keeper. Oh, the man from Rio de Janeiro has done it again. When nothing seems to be happening, you can always rely on him to break the deadlock. Rodrigo DaCosta, FC Tulsa 1, El Paso Locomotive FC 0.
Tulsa's all-time leading goal scorer does it again for FC Tulsa. What a great piece of skill. Recognizing the positioning of the goalkeeper, Diaz comes out to face him but leaves himself a bit exposed, and Rodrigo DaCosta takes full advantage. Such a creative chip, piece of skill, absolute class. And FC Tulsa puts the ball in the back of the net first.
I think class is a great word used there. I mean, there are some players you just pay the entrance fee to watch, and he's one of those, isn't he, DaCosta? And as I said in commentary there, seemingly nothing in the game at all, and he comes up with a bit of Brazilian magic. 1-0 to the home side. How will El Paso Locomotive FC respond here? Out wide to Lyons. FC Tulsa trying to win the ball back, and they've won a throw in here. 33rd minute. Rodrigo DaCosta breaks the deadlock. Here's Bradley Bourgeois. DaCosta's second of the season. He did score in the 3-2 defeat at Birmingham Legion, scoring that first goal. What's more, he's on the scamper now on the overlap for his great teammate Dario Suarez. Here is DaCosta. He's just taken that too far. He wanted to go round the defender, Lyons, and just took it too far. It was just a sublime piece of skill, wasn't it? I mean, he just had to really get it up and over Diaz there. Wasn't easy, and he made it look easy.
That's what makes players like him just so special, and he was aware of the pressure coming. He was aware of the positioning of Diaz, and just absolutely clinical for FC Tulsa.
Select, the official match ball supplier of the USL Championship and many elite leagues throughout Europe. Visit www.selectsportamerica.com for the latest Select products, specials and more. Select, the player's choice. 10 minutes still, half time here. Da Costa has broken the deadlock in this new look FC Tulsa team, which a lot of people around the league are looking at and saying, can they really do it? Well, they're certainly doing it tonight, and they've certainly done it this week here at One Oak Field. Here's the ball from Borelli into the box. There's a bit of room here, and a shot and a clearance from Levi's. Fernandez back there, leaves it for Bourgeois. Bourgeois calmly out to Malou. Epps, Malou. Given away to you. Villa. Seleniak trying to play it over the top. Malou's got to be careful here. He will concede the corner. And FC Tulsa got to be careful here to keep the back door shut. And of course, if you're an El Paso Locomotive FC fan tuning in, this is when you want your team back on level terms. The corner then from Petrovic. Right-footed. Away. No, still the danger. Not over. There's a shot. Dario Suarez into his chest. There was an appeal for handball, but I think quite clearly Suarez had his hands behind his back. And then there's a foul, and FC Tulsa can calm things down.
Dave, I'm not sure if the home stadium realized just how close that was, and Austin Rommel did a great job to stay focused. That might have been curling in. Gets a touch simultaneously, possibly with the post there, but FC Tulsa able to clear it away, but Austin Rommel ready for that one.
And I think that was slightly wind assisted, wasn't it? We've said this, it's been a windy day now. Corrales has got himself in trouble here, one-on-one with the keeper. Can they get the equaliser? They certainly can. It's Seleniak, who is a proven striker, and he gets his first of the season. It equals the game up. It was a mistake from Corrales. 38 minutes gone here, and it's FC Tulsa 1, El Paso Locomotive FC 1.
Great play from El Paso Locomotive FC. Did not take long for them to find the equalizer. Great play from Zacharias. Stays calm, looks to see who might be following him in the box, and none other than Seleniak making a good run, holding his run there, allowing some space for him to run into for an easy finish. And FC Tulsa can't make a mistake like that in the back, or a team like El Paso will capitalize.
And Zacharias, as you said, did well with the assist, because he could have gone in on goal himself, but he had the sense to pull it back. And there was Seleniak, who is, as I said, a very good goal scorer, as we know. And he'll be pleased to get off the mark for the season. Here's Corrales trying to make amends for that mistake. Here's Da Costa nearly in behind Yuma there. Yuma's very experienced and cleared the danger.
One thing, Dave, I noticed after that goal, Corrales recognizes the mistake there, but you saw support from FC Tulsa's back line, going over, consoling him, hey, let's get the next one. And I think that says a lot about this new FC Tulsa team. In such a short time, they've built great chemistry and have really continued to grow as a team on and off the field.
Argentina again to switch the play. There's Dyer now, game opening up a little bit. 1-1, it's a good game as well. Dyer to Epps. Epps surrounded by two blue shirts. Runs across the halfway line here. And he nearly put in Brett Levi's, but that's good play from El Paso again in the centre of the midfield. And forward they come. As I said, it's pretty much end-to-end now. Shot lifted over the bar by Castillo. I mean, it's good for the game, it's good for a neutral, isn't it, that the game's opened up a goal apiece. There is the former San Antonio striker, of course. But it's good. It's a good game now, isn't it? It's really opened up a little bit.
It is, and you're right, it's been pretty compact so far, and the pace has been a bit slow up until recently, and both teams, as you mentioned, I think the goal for FC Tulsa really put a spark in their play offensively, and they had more confidence, were making more runs and opening up, exactly like you said, and El Paso Locomotive FC did a great job to find a response there fairly quickly and take advantage of the mistake on the back line for FC Tulsa. And it looks like we may find ourselves tied heading into halftime if either team can't make something happen here.
Suarez gets his first yellow card of the season. Osage Casino Hotel Tulsa is your place for fun and entertainment after the match. Enjoy a world-class casino experience with high-stakes tables and over 1,600 electronic games. Just 4 miles from One Oak Field, Osage Casino Hotel Tulsa. Thanks again for your company here on ESPN Plus and also My 41. Here locally in Tulsa. 70 degrees on kickoff, as we keep saying, a swirly breeze today. Looking at the new look FC Tulsa with 14 new faces on their roster this season. Here's one of them, Malou Epps, who was here last season. Levi's, another new face. With Moses Dyer, Valor FC in 2021-22 in the Canadian Premier League. Good header away by Lions. Here's Suarez. Spin and a turn, no foul, says the referee. Suarez goes round one. It's a good battle out on that FC Tulsa left. They want a throw-in. There is a man down here. I think it's Castillo. Now gets to his feet. He's got a goal for himself in the 3-1 home defeat against Detroit back on March the 18th, and now we've got another player down as well. So Brett Levi's will have to wait to take that throw-in. Okay. Gives a pat on the back to Petrovic. We'll restart with 3 minutes to go till half-time here. 1-1 the score. DeCosta's FC Tulsa goal cancelled out by Lucha. Zelimyak. Ferry, neat ball from him. Fernandez. Playing Ferry again. Round one, tried to go between two, couldn't get round them. And away come the blue-shirted visitors again. The referee goes across there. Steps in. It was Liam Rose, the Australian, who finishes up on the ground. Gets us underway again. Here's Colin Fernandez now in the centre circle. Marcus Epps wide on the right. Expect him and Suarez to switch wings at some point in this game. Fernandez plays the ball, looking for the run of Levi's, but he'd stayed back, and I think both coaches will probably be happy, Anna, to get the players into the locker room, give them a sit down and just talk through the game a little bit.
I think so. It's a good time for both teams to reset, and there have been moments where I've seen both teams try to force it a bit too much, and they've had good possession at times, and as you mentioned, the game's opened up a bit the last few minutes, obviously with both teams scoring a goal, but important from a tactical standpoint for everyone to sit down and see where it makes sense. And I'd be curious to see if there are any, not changes made at halftime per se, but as the game continues to evolve, just to get a different look up top for both teams.
Fourth officials board soon. I don't think there'll be too much added on at the end of this one. FC Tulsa did score a very late goal against Loudon. Injury time at the end of the first half, followed up by a very early goal in the second half. Maybe there is more drama here. Here's Da Costa. Left-footed ball into the box to the far post. Dario Suarez just can't wrap his left foot around that one. It was a good ball in from Da Costa, though.
It was, and I like the diagonal run he made as well. That's something that FC Tulsa will have to do more of. Epps did a great job to bring that one down, and typically we see him go 1v1, but did a good job, holds that one up. Da Costa makes a good run, delivers into the box. Suarez just not able to get on the end of it, but better build up from FC Tulsa in the final third.
1 minute then. We have it on at the end of this first half as Manny Diaz clears long, wind assisted again. Levi's will try to win the throw. Levi's has won the throw for FC Tulsa, whose fans behind Austin Wormel's goal have certainly made a lot of noise tonight. Stayed with the team on Tuesday night in the 0-0 draw, willing a goal in, never came. Levi's has given that one away. Slivniak once more. He's already got one on the night. Could have a shot here. Does have a shot. Cross goal, and nobody could get in on the end of it. Ricardo Arias was closest, but just couldn't get in on the end of it. Slivniak's having a good game.
He is, and Dave, FC Tulsa almost gave up a second one there off of a turnover, so really important that they stay disciplined defensively. Both teams will head into halftime here with an opportunity to reset, reevaluate their 11 and see if they can come out in this second half to find that winning goal.
Yeah, you don't want to be critical, do you? But you know, it's been a bit bitty at times, and FC Tulsa have certainly given the ball away a little bit more, shall we say, than we've seen in the previous two games here.
I think you're right, and that's something too where they just need to focus on doing the little things right. As we mentioned, staying disciplined. They've had their moments going forward. They had better possession in the final third later in that first half, but we've seen how threatening El Paso Locomotive can be in transition with their speed, so they have to be cognizant of that heading into the second half.
Delicately poised here at halftime. Back with your Williams halftime show right after this. It's halftime. FC Tulsa 1, El Paso Locomotive 1.
Rib Crib's been smoking the good stuff over 20 years, serving up mouth-watering barbecue, talking about slow-smoked classics like Rib Crib's famous ribs. Yeah. Hungry yet? Rib Crib.
Hey! Thanks for coming out again. I mean, we really appreciate you guys supporting us this year. And I mean, nice ride.
Absolutely. We're always happy to partner with you guys.
If you like this ride, you should come by Ferguson Kia and check out some of our inventory.
Let me make you a deal. So if you guys score on Keegan from half field, Ferguson Kia will give free FC Tulsa tickets to all of our new customers.
You're on.
Waldo's Chicken and Beer is home of Southern Fried and Fire Roasted Chicken. Enjoy scratch-made tenders, flavor-packed chicken wings, and house-made sauces, mac and cheese, collard greens, hand-cut french fries, and our signature cheddar cheese biscuit. Finish off your meal with our homemade banana pudding. Watch all your favorite sports at our full-service bar while sipping on ice-cold beer or any of our craft cocktails. Drive-through, dine-in, or order online. Needing to feed a large group? Spice it up with Waldo's Catering. Waldo's Chicken and Beer, the best homemade fried chicken in Tulsa.
Come see us! Hi, I'm Bill Knight for Bill Knight Ford. You've probably noticed the construction going on around us, so now is the perfect time to take advantage of our remote options in both sales and service. From a fully online buying experience, including signing all of your documents online, to our pickup and delivery option and service, where we'll bring the loaner to you, and of course, our mobile service van. So let us at Bill Knight Ford come see you and visit us online at BillKnightFord.com, home of the Knight Advantage.
SeatGeek presents the High Five Strangers Guide. SeatGeek got him a great deal on tickets, so he can focus on what he does best, smacking palms. SeatGeek handles the tickets, so fans can fan.
1-1 here between FC Tulsa and El Paso Locomotive. You're watching the Williams halftime show. Let's take a different tack now. Before tonight's matchup with El Paso, FC Tulsa players were asked to put their artistic skills to the test by drawing the crest of Locomotive FC. Anna, let's see how it went.
I got it.
Got it?
Yeah.
All right, go for it.
We all have goals. But let's be honest, most of us aren't going to be professional athletes. But if your goal is to finish your degree, we can help. Come to a university that puts your goals first. Bellevue University, your partner in finishing goals.
I'm Dr. Steve Tiger. At Tulsa Tech, we're committed to helping every student find success in the workplace. Today, companies right here in our area are looking for someone just like you. Turn your love of cars into a career, or take to the skies and let your earnings soar in aviation. Hands-on training from instructors with the know-how and have worked in the industry. If engines aren't your thing, we can train you to design, create, or fix just about anything. Why wait to start your new career? Make your own path today at Tulsa Tech.
Welcome back into the Williams halftime show here at One Oak Field. Just 5 minutes separating those two goals. Rodrigo da Costa for FC Tulsa, Solignac on the 38th minute for El Paso Locomotive FC. Anna Beffer alongside me, Dave Saunders. Anna, let's have a look at the standings. We know it's very early on in the season, teams having played just 3, 4, 5 games, but FC Tulsa at the moment sitting quite nicely up there, but we've been saying every team has something to offer this season. Everybody seems to be improving. It's going to be a tough old season for everybody this year, isn't it?
It will, and that's what makes it fun to watch the USL Championship, is really on any given night any team can win, and FC Tulsa has so far had a pretty good start to the season, as we've talked about with El Paso. Not the start that they would have hoped, but they had that great win against Lou City FC, who's had an outstanding, historically been very dominant and has had a good season so far, but obviously lost at home last week. But I'd expect some things to move as the season continues to go on, but Blair Gavin for FC Tulsa has to be pleased so far with the start, but definitely wants to take care of business, Dave. We've talked about how important it is to win at home and take care of those points, and FC Tulsa with an opportunity to do that tonight, and El Paso with a chance to continue to build off of that convincing win against Lou City.
Yeah. Top 8 teams, of course, down at the bottom of the graphic there, make the playoffs. Let's have a look at the team of the week. And this created some interest, certainly in this part of Oklahoma, which Anna can tell us about, the FC Tulsa players.
Yeah, absolutely. FC Tulsa with a great showing. Ferry and Epps both have really shown well early on in the season. Epps with 2 goals so far in the season. Blaine Ferry had a outstanding goal and has just been all over the field for FC Tulsa. Covers so much ground. But then a really great matchup tonight. El Paso Locomotive FC getting the nod as well. Navarro for El Paso, the Spanish back, he scored an opening goal in their victory at Lou City. Unfortunately with an injury tonight, so not playing on the field this evening, but congrats to him as well. And then Benny Diaz for El Paso, the goalkeeper, and Milo Yosef for FC Tulsa, both with nods on the bench for the team of the week. So a great matchup tonight, a lot of talent between these two teams, and recognized rightfully so, Dave, in the team of the week.
And the player of the week, of course, Jordan Farr. Congratulations to him, the goalkeeper for San Antonio. Let's have a look at the out-of-town schedule that is coming up as you look at downtown Tulsa on a Friday night. Detroit against Rio Grande Valley, that's 3 p.m. tomorrow. Monterey Bay against Orange County. Sacramento Republic FC against Lou City, that's a cracker for me to watch out for at 9 p.m. tomorrow. Tampa Bay Rowdies, who've had a bit of a slow start this season, against Birmingham Legion FC, who've already beaten FC Tulsa by 3-2 on their own patch. And finally, Oakland Roots against New Mexico United are the games that we picked out in week 4. On to the news and notes. An El Paso goalkeeper gets assist. Anna Beffer alongside me has already talked about Benny Diaz tonight, and he's notched his assist last weekend. He became the 19th goalkeeper in league history to record an assist. USL Championship clubs with their home opener struggles. 4 wins, 8 losses, 7 draws, and a bit of a struggle for those teams at home. And then, of course, as we've alluded to, mouth-watering prospect here in Tulsa as the Tulsa Athletic play host to FC Tulsa in the second round of the Open Cup. 23 USL Championship clubs enter the Lamar Hunt US Open Cup next week. And as we've said there, FC Tulsa across town, Tulsa Athletic. They did play last season, and it went the way of FC Tulsa by 2 goals to 1. We'll take another break now. We've still got your first half highlights, first half stats, and we cannot wait for this eagerly poised game to start in the second half. Back after this.
Summertime is back at Osage Casino Hotel Tulsa, and we have the perfect getaway for you. Cool off in our spacious freeform pool, grab your favorite drink and chill at the poolside bar, or relax and unwind in a cozy private cabana. Just steps away are tempting restaurants, live entertainment, and a world-class casino gaming experience. At Osage Casino Hotel Tulsa, your place to stay and relax.
I'm Lauren, and I'm an engineer here at Williams. I think what has kept Williams thriving for over 100 years since the Williams brothers first founded the company is our constant innovation. We recently started a partnership with Microsoft so we can have the latest and greatest collaboration technology. We are starting up solar farm projects and thinking of ways that we could incorporate hydrogen into our pipelines. This allows us to partner renewable energy with clean burning natural gas right here, right now.
If you had to pause your favorite show because your spouse fell asleep, you've compromised enough. Pepsi Zero Sugar.
Tonight's match is brought to you by Williams. We make clean energy happen. By Bank of Oklahoma, we go above so you can go beyond. By Osage Casino Hotel, your place to play. And by Tulsa Spine and Rehab, a team of specialists in one place delivering lasting pain relief. Well, Annabeffa, take us away with the first half highlights that we've seen. We'll go to the stats first, and in fact, I think we will go to the highlights first after all that, and we'll have a look at those stats in a minute.
Yeah, it took a bit for both teams to really grow into this game, and El Paso Locomotive FC ended up finding a way to get a couple of shots off earlier, but just couldn't get things going and execute in front of the goal. Both teams had a fair share of possession, but it really took some time for the plays to develop in that final third. And FC Tulsa ended up having more success in the first half in the final third. Marcus Epps did a great job playing dangerous balls in, trying to find himself isolated on that right side. But FC Tulsa, Dave, this was the moment of beauty in the first half from none other than Rodrigo da Costa. Just absolute class, able to stay calm. FC Tulsa off of a turnover, able to transition quickly, and then da Costa with an unbelievable finish to put FC Tulsa up 1-0. But then El Paso came back off of the mistake from Corrales and able to capitalize and find the equalizer.
Let's have a quick look at the stats, Anna, and we'll see it's 1-1 in score, obviously, and FC Tulsa just edging the possession.
Absolutely. FC Tulsa, we've talked about how they've done a better job this season of taking care of the ball and keeping possession, but needing to do more to show for it. And they did get that goal in the first half, but it didn't last long. El Paso Locomotive did a great job responding very quickly, taking advantage of some sloppy play defensively for FC Tulsa. They've outshot FC Tulsa 7-4, but the shots on target are key, and both teams looking to get that next goal here early in the second half.
We're underway. And here's Colin Fernandez in the centre circle, drives it out to the right-hand side for the exciting Marcus Epps, who will drive down the right-hand side looking to get round Borelli, but Borelli's having none of that. Here's Malou. Epps. Bringing in Corrales. Corrales to Brett Levi's. Levi's gets a return ball from Dario Suarez. Levi's good dummy there. Can he get a cross in? Has to go back here to Blaine Ferry. Ferry will go back to Corrales. Randy Bourgeois to Austin Wormel. The score. There's a foul by Miles Lyons there on Brett Levi's. Levi's picks himself up, takes the free kick. And FC Tulsa swinging the ball to the right-hand side with Justin Malou, the 24-year-old. Marcus Epps. Certainly done their homework on Marcus Epps, and I think that's probably going to be a feature of the season at Anna, isn't it? The way that Epps has started this season, he's one of those players that, you know, teams are going to deny his space as much as they can.
And even though they'll scout him and, you know, find ways for him to limit his touches on the ball, it's important for him to find his own space. And
here he is with a shot! Oh, he's hit the post! Well, you talked about finding his space, he certainly did there. He curled the shot, and Diaz just had to watch it hit the post. Very close indeed from Marcus Epps. Corrales back to Epps. First time ball from him, doesn't find DaCosta. Lane Ferry, good start from the home side in this second half. FC Tulsa in all black kits tonight. Playing on your screens from right to left is Colin Fernandez, who got a yellow card early on in the game. Here's Epps again. Can he get another shot on target? He brings it into Dyer. Dyer to DaCosta! Just wide of the target. DaCosta didn't quite get it cleanly there, but a good build-up. Here's Anna Beffel with a replay.
A better start from FC Tulsa in the offensive third. A couple of really, really good chances. Epps does a great job here to bring it down, opens up a bit of space, and this was the curler. Man, that was close. Looked similar to the goal he scored early on in the season. He has that ability, excellent technique to curl that ball back post, but just inches away, and then moments later, DaCosta with an opportunity, so FC Tulsa with a bright start to the second half.
Ferry just picked off the ball there. Vio has lost out. Into the back of the legs of Marcus Epps, who's come out in the second half, really showing everybody what he can do. He's had 2 goals this season, spectacular goals at that. Corrales. Colin Fernandez now brings in Justin Malou. Lane Ferry switching the ball. Out to Dario Suarez on the left-hand side for FC Tulsa. Suarez wearing 92 was taken out late there, and the referee will produce a yellow card here for Sheehan. 10 goes into the referee's notebook, and more importantly, there are a real chance here for FC Tulsa to get a good ball in behind the line into the box.
It is just under 5 minutes into the start of this second half, and FC Tulsa will have a third great opportunity off of a set piece, and DaCosta is so good in moments like this. So FC Tulsa important, break away from the runners, find a bit of space. El Paso has their line just above the 18-yard box there to try to give Diaz some space to come into.
DaCosta, the goal scorer for FC Tulsa on the night, now with the responsibility of the free kick. Down over there. Seps. Conversation with Human. Still a player down. I'm not quite sure who it is. There's a line of players waiting in and around the D. DaCosta's ball in. There was a diving header there from Malou, who was in there. Didn't quite get anything on it. Lane Ferry. Colin Fernandez. DaCosta goes from out to in. Can he get a ball hooked into the box? He most certainly can. There's a header away from Borelli. Here's Epps now. Ferry. Good start from FC Tulsa here, putting some pressure on the El Paso Locomotive FC defense. Dario Suarez, Fernandez, Suarez, they work it out to him again. Good play. Suarez, couple of step overs. Levi's.
Dave, FC Tulsa really stepping up their pace of play here in the early goings of the second half, and that's been the difference maker. There have been moments in that first half where it just felt a bit slow between both teams, kind of lackadaisical in their approach, but FC Tulsa really upping the notch, trying to raise the level of intensity here, and it's equated to a few opportunities early.
Costa working out to Levi's. Suarez. Round two. Suarez onto his left foot. Good ball to the penalty spot. Who's there? Yuma. And there's a push in the back by Moses Dyer. Header rally is down. What an impressive start, Anna, and you just feel that all the FC Tulsas have really bought into what the new coaching staff are doing here at FC Tulsa.
I think they have, and in talking to Blair Gavin and just seeing him respond to interviews throughout these first few games of the season, you can tell that he's very, very encouraged with the play of FC Tulsa, and he talked about how there have been, pockets of times within the games that he's seen the identity that he wants this FC Tulsa team to have, but as each game develops, that time continues to expand, and FC Tulsa is really growing into their own, and it's important here for them to really play their best as we enter into the second half. They've had moments so far early on in this first half, but have to take advantage of those. They have high hopes for the season, playoff hopes, so important for them to take advantage of these home games.
Marcus Epps has come closest to scoring the second goal for FC Tulsa in this second half. Bouchard finds Levi's. Dyer is not afraid to drop deep. Beautiful breaking ball here to Epps. Epps has kept it in now. Decent ball needed, and it's not a decent ball. He got it all wrong, and it goes away for a goal kick. As the world demands low cost, low carbon energy, Williams will be there with the best transport, storage and delivery solutions. Williams, we make clean energy happen. I should say as well, assisting Blair Gavin, of course, Matt Watson, the Englishman, Donovan Ricketts, the former interim coach last season, and also a special mention for Richie Ryan, the assistant coach, who did make 98 appearances, of course, for El Paso Locomotive. He certainly caught my eye when I first came across Richie playing in the central midfield. So no doubt amongst old friends tonight on the other side of the halfway line. Now, of course, an assistant here, the 38-year-old Irishman, to Blair Gavin at FC Tulsa. Suarez and Levi's just squashing Stein there. Free kick to El Paso, who want to get their foot on the ball a little bit, Anna, having been under the cosh a little bit for this first 9 minutes of the second half.
FC Tulsa definitely applied some pressure early on, as we've seen, so you're right, important for El Paso to kind of take the sting out of their energy, slow the game down for them, regain possession, try to create some opportunities of their own here.
Back to Yuma. Petrovic was on the left-hand side and was trying to get around the back of Justin Blue, right back. Shea. Displays the ball into the box as a header down. Justin weren't able to do well. Could easily have gone under his body with a header from Zacharias there. Was pretty good and not an easy skill.
No, it wasn't, and it's actually really impressive that he generated that much power. He was going slightly away from the goal at that time and was able to really put his body into that header and create a good chance on frame.
1-1 it remains. 56th minute here. Friday night football at One Oak Field for the first time this season. Benny Diaz. He's been beaten tonight by a wonderful Rodrigo da Costa chip, and he can do nothing about it. He was also beaten by a shot by Marcus Epps early in this second half, but he hit the post. Current score then 1-1. Also started the season with a 1-1 draw in Miami before going to Birmingham Legion and losing a 5-goal thriller, having been 2-1 up. Hold forward here. Levi's want to get in behind. That's good defending. And a sporting gesture as well from Denis Pakovic, the Hungarian. It's a goal kick. A couple of home games for El Paso in their next 2 games against Orange County and Pittsburgh Riverhounds SC, who were the last visitors here to One Oak Field. Diaz then with the goal kick. Underneath this one is the chest of Brett Levi's. Levi's, does he get it in behind to Dyer? Out comes Diaz, and just about keeps the ball in the box. Clever play from the goalkeeper. Villa onto the left-hand side. Now back to Diaz. Helps it on here. Stian out to Petar Petrovic. Here's got his blocked, and as far as Liam Rose. Ball is out. Too much from Yuma. Interesting matchup in formations, Anna. Pretty much there's the crowd tonight who are enjoying those $1 beers, and 4,000 in tonight on this Friday night. Tulsa certainly experimenting with kick-off times, and there's going to be some Sunday afternoon kick-offs, earlier kick-offs, as well as these late night Friday night ones and Saturday nights. Certainly buying into this new team as well. And there is really an excitement around Anna, isn't there, around FC Tulsa?
There is, and we talked about the attendance tonight, but it's been pretty consistent so far this season. I mean, this is only the 3rd home game, but FC Tulsa fans have really always supported their team through thick and thin. Even on that Tuesday midweek game, they had a good showing, continuing to support their team, and very, very excited about what's to come with this side.
Villa to Kovic, and then across to Yuma, wearing 24. Here again, not afraid to come out of the central midfield. He's lost out there to Dario Suarez. There's the foul by scored the goal. There's Dario Suarez. So this is scored 27 goals in 3 seasons for FC Tulsa. Record at all. We'll have to get one this season to get him off the mark. Colin Fernandez. There he is. Fernandez was part of the 2017 playoff team. The old Tulsa Roughnecks went away from the club. Now he's back again. Good ball into the box. Diaz will easily take that one out of the night sky on the 6-yard line. Coach and technical director Brian is in his first season with Paso. Very pleased to have gone to Lucy and got that opening win of the season, of course. 2 new coaches on display tonight, building and forming their teams. Ferry. Steer. Just quietens a little. So watch this intriguing matchup in possession and passing. Costa just gone offside there. He's trying to make those runs. We said, Anna, in midweek with Rodrigo da Costa, we've seen a wonderful piece of skill from him, but certainly for me, under Blake Allen, he's really working hard as well and doing a lot of the unseen blue-collar work as well.
He is, and a player of his caliber is able to make a difference no matter where he is on the field, and he's showcased that tonight. But you're right, he's getting in the mix a lot more, helping more defensively, but I think that also can put him in a good position when they do win the ball and have a quick break on the attack. His distribution and vision is so key and additive to this offense for FC Tulsa that he can put themselves in a really good position.
Great ball from Colin Fernandez, but Brett Levi's had just gone offside. The substitution, as Levi's has done really well for FC Tulsa. Substitution for visitors. Aaron Gomez, we should say congratulations to him. Stepping onto the field, he makes his 100th regular season appearance tonight. Congratulations to him. Paso wide of the post. Austin Wormel can watch it go past there. Salinak is always dangerous, Anna. Every time he's played here, whoever he's played for, it's always been dangerous. He is a proven goal scorer, isn't he?
He is, and I think you and I talked, before the game even started, just how impactful he's been to the USL Championship, and obviously been an impact in this game tonight. Great goal to open up the scoring for El Paso Locomotive, and has found his way in a few opportunities so far in the second half as he continues to pressure Austin Wormel.
The two substitutions there, really like for like, two wingers coming on. It's a new pay, they're wearing 21, the 26-year-old born in London. On the right, there's Yuma, the captain. And Aaron Gomez, 28-year-old Mexican, very experienced, of course. Had started 3 games this season. He comes on the left-hand side, so still very much a 4-4-2, playing a 4-2-3-1 for FC Tulsa. There's Gomez, it's just around the field there. It's going to be thrown to FC Tulsa now. 65th minute. Marcus Epps running in the second half. Located on scenic Cherry Street with new menu options, Foxy Tacos is the perfect way to experience feisty, fresh Tex-Mex at its best. Here's Epps from the right, sliding challenge coming in. Yuma from his own box will clear, only as far as Malou. Colin Fernandez. Lever's having to work here to keep it in, but he's done very well to do just that. Shares a 1-2 with Da Costa. Corrales. Just giving the ball away to Liam Rose. Rose gets it back. Not to Salinak. Goes wide here to Sanupe. Sanupe, as I said, born in London, played for Dartford FC down there in the southeast of England. Just going to say that Paso was starting to knock the ball around well, but FC Tulsa won the ball back, and now they get the ball driven out to Epps, who will no doubt will have some kind of a run at Borelli at some stage. Here's the ball into Da Costa. Da Costa now trying to make something happen. Back to Dario Suarez. Blue shirts around him, finds Epps. Epps now, can he get a ball in? He certainly can. Here's Moses Dyer. Can he lay the ball off and maybe have a shot himself? Dyer sliding challenge from Yuma, deemed fair by the referee. And now at the other end, Bradley Bourgeois has blocked off Solignac and will take a yellow card. Referee Mr. Stevis has been right there and kept up with the play. There's Dyer, who thought maybe he'd been fouled by Yuma. Certainly Bradley Bourgeois taking one for the team there, Anna, as he blocked off Solignac.
Right, that was a strategic foul from Bourgeois as he gets a yellow card for stopping a promising attack as El Paso Locomotive FC was breaking back the other way, but takes the foul and allowing FC Tulsa defense to recover.
Substitution. Suarez will make way. Another new addition to FC Tulsa's squad this season, and that is Milo Youssef. Milo Youssef, who had started all 4 games before tonight, just been given a bit of a rest on the bench, but he'll come on the wing for Dario Suarez. 1-1 the score, delicately poised game. Plenty of quality on both sides to add to that score tally. Thanks for your company here on ESPN Plus and also on My41 here in Tulsa. Dave Saunders and Anna Beffer with you, and a giveaway again by the FC Tulsa defense. Tavio Solignac will shoot and score. He's done it again. You cannot keep Lucho down for too long when you give him that space. FC Tulsa gave it away, and bang, left foot. And suddenly it's FC Tulsa 1, and Paso Locomotive FC 2.
Really an unbelievable strike. Heads up play from El Paso Locomotive FC again. Errant pass in the back. And Solignac takes full advantage. Great strike past Austin Mormel. We'll get a different angle here. Quick play in the midfield. As soon as he turns, just needs half a second there to unleash for his second goal of the evening.
Yeah, FC Tulsa conceding their first goals of the season home here at One Oak Field, and that man is in form. He hadn't scored before tonight, but he gets a brace and will no doubt want to go on and try and get a hat-trick. 2-1 then, El Paso Locomotive FC continuing their impressive away form. Marcus Epps. Look at the way that Da Costa was surrounded by blue shirts there. Felipe was nearly in behind the defence. And him clashing. Nothing given by the referee, and away comes Brett Levi's. And it's all gone a little bit quiet round here with the home fans, because they know they've just seen an outstanding goal from an outstanding striker. Andy Bourgeois. Lou. Colin Fernandez chipping the ball up to Da Costa, who heads it infield. Yuma pushing the header down to the assister for that last goal, and that was Eric Carvillo. And there was a foul. And Paso Locomotive FC will not mind it. And as the clock ticks up to 70 minutes, getting a little bit bitty now. They won't mind that, will they?
No, they won't. They'll try to slow the game down, take every second off as they can, but still enough time left in this game for FC Tulsa to get back in it, and they had some really good goal scoring chances early on in this second half, but those are the moments when you have chances like that, you have to find the ball in the back of the net, or a team like El Paso and a player like Solignac will find a way. And he's found a way twice so far this evening.
No blame attached to Austin Wormel, who could not get anywhere near that shot. It was a tremendous shot in the top corner. Luke. Crossing the halfway line, trying to thread it through. There, guess who? Yuma. Outstanding defending. Seems to position himself so well to cut those balls out. Reads the game extremely well. Bradley Bourgeois finds Blaine Ferry on the circumference of the centre circle. Ferry can't find Yosef. Back it goes to Benny Diaz. Clear left-footed. Zacharias. Starts things going again with Brett Levi's. Almost making it more difficult for FC Tulsa, and they're very compact here, aren't they? And it's difficult for FC Tulsa to break through.
It is, and I'd imagine now that El Paso, when the opportunity arises, they'll still go forward, but they'll play a bit more conservative at this point, try to keep the game compact, and continue to frustrate FC Tulsa, who, you're exactly right, it's been very difficult for them to break down.
Another outstanding clearance. Ball boy there, giving the ball to Borelli. Experience in the Paso Locomotive FC ranks. To see them through this one. It's coming alive again, trying to get behind the home side here. Support Paso Locomotive FC in their stadium. Fans always get behind them. Here's Marcus Epps. Can he produce something here for his team? DaCosta gets it back again. DaCosta now rolls it out to Brett Levi's. Levi's left-footed ball, good one. DaCosta's there, doesn't get enough from the header, and he says he was pulled over. Newman's going to have a little word in his ear. Good ball in, just couldn't get enough, and I think, to be fair, the defender did well to just nudge him off the ball there.
It's a good response from FC Tulsa. Great ball in from Levi's. DaCosta tries to rise up and get that one down and back on frame, but El Paso compact, making it very difficult for FC Tulsa to make space.
Levi's then. Ball back into play for the goal kick. About 16 minutes plus injury time left in this one. 2-1 it is to the visitors here. Never lost to FC Tulsa. Now for the substitute Milo Yosef. He's going to leave it here for Brett Levi's. Going Ferry now. Scoops the ball into the centre circle to Bourgeois. Bourgeois will go out wide towards Marcus Epps. Epps doesn't get the ball back from DaCosta. In steps the hard-working Eric Cavillo, who's played every single minute for his club this season. Wild ball here, which Levi's just about keeps in. Might come in, or Nagy for FC Tulsa, just to liven things up a bit and obviously go a little bit more attacking. I mean, don't get me wrong, they are a pretty attacking team, aren't they? But just to freshen things up, maybe go to the bench again.
I think you're right. In FC Tulsa, we've talked about the depth that they have this season, and Haji's definitely one that brings a bit of pace to the lineup for FC Tulsa. Pearson has some really good capability to hold the ball and distribute, as well as create space for himself and deliver some excellent strikes, as we've seen. So FC Tulsa with some firepower on the bench, but El Paso.
Oh, there's a shot just across goal from the Englishman there. Sanupe. Wormel can watch it go across him. Sanupe, who's come on as a lively second half substitute, the 26-year-old. is Levi's. Go back to Austin Wormel here. 15 or so minutes left of the 90. FC Tulsa, third game in 6 days here at One Oak Field. It's a good ball on the outside of the boot to Epps. Epps, round one. Chips it here too. Bit of space here from Milo Joseph, who's offside. Home fans don't like it. The assistant, to be fair, is just right in line at it. FC Tulsa had a goal ruled out for the offside flag at the other end of the field on Tuesday night in that 0-0 draw with Pittsburgh Rebounds FC. There's Marcus Epps, who's a lively player for FC Tulsa, and his crossfield ball deemed to put Joseph in an offside position.
That's where, if you're Joseph, you have to be disciplined there. You're looking across the back line. Make sure you give yourself a bit of space. Curl your run back into that offside position. A good awareness from Epps as he's trying to switch the point of attack for FC Tulsa. Just doesn't come to fruition.
There's Blaine Ferry now in the central midfield. Scoops it out here to Levi's. Levi's to Joseph. Joseph now in those yellow boots. Long legging, striding down, tries to play it into DaCosta. DaCosta doesn't get that one. There's a push from He's got to be careful. Fans head to the FC Tulsa app to vote for tonight's man of the match. You can download the FC Tulsa app on the App Store and the Google Play Store. Voting closes at the final whistle. Down is Borelli.
Dave, this is where, if you're FC Tulsa, have to keep your head, don't give in to those little moments, because El Paso Locomotive FC just looking to continue to frustrate FC Tulsa. It hasn't gone their way in the second half. They've had missed opportunities, and El Paso finding that what could be the game-winning goal. So you have about 12 minutes left in regulation here, but just important not to give in to those moments, not be frustrated, stay calm. 12 minutes left, and just continue to create those opportunities in front of goal, and one will come.
FC Tulsa have scored one goal in the time in the game. They have not scored a goal in the 90 after the 60th minute mark this season. 6, 7 times, including tonight's goal. Is it right to his left-hand side? Gomez it was who's won the corner for his team. FC Tulsa now with everybody back inside the area. Then concede a third here. Of course, if you El Paso Locomotive FC fan tuning in, you're desperate for this third one here. Could well kill the game off. Here's the corner from Javier, headed away. Epps now on his own a little bit. Drives it down only as far as Yuma. And Rose back there, entering the back line temporarily. Rose. Kovic to Lyons, and now Sanope. Desperate for more, comes off the back of Corrales.
Zleniak, again, his movement off the ball has been really, really good. He's just waiting for those moments and then darting into space to create some separation from the defense. And FC Tulsa giving up a corner kick as a result, and another key opportunity for El Paso to put this game away.
So slowing things down as well. No need for them to rush. Here's the corner from Javier. Holds his left arm aloft. Plenty of movement inside the box. Flicked on. It's going to come here for a shot just over the bar. Good effort from Borelli, that was. Left-footed drive. That's just wide of the target.
It's tough to see from this angle just how close that shot was, but his technique stayed over it, looked to be least below enough to potentially have a shot on frame.
So, off here. Let's see Rashid Teze entering for FC Tulsa. Substitutions, which we will tell you about. Come in. Which is Ada Borelli who went off. Saeed Haji has come on for FC Tulsa and gone into a very attacking position. He's gone into the back four as well for FC Tulsa. And it is the visitors with the football here, and we are coming up to 82 minutes played here. It will be late for FC Tulsa to get something out of this now. Lyons. Levi slides into a challenge. Here's Lyons, who's continued his run. Ball to the back of the box. Lignac with the back heel. That's going to go through to Austin Wormel.
Really good piece of distribution there from Austin Wormel.
Change from Nick Hines there. Got to hand it to Blair Gabbard and his coaching staff. They've got a very attacking lineup on there now.
As needed, I think. You know, FC Tulsa needed some energy in their attacking lineup and formation to try to break down this El Paso defense, and now late in the match, why not take a few more risks going forward at this point to see if you can get a point out of this game.
Bushman has moved to sort of right wing back, if you like. Haji is playing just in behind Rodrigo Acosta now. Here's Haji. Just couldn't throw it through to Moses Dyer. It's going to be a goal kick. Just have to be patient, Anna. You know, with still 6.5 minutes plus the injury time to go on. They've just got to be patient here, FC Tulsa, haven't they?
Definitely, and keep doing the things that make them successful and try not to force it. The opportunities will come, and when they do, have to make the most of that moment. And I'd imagine FC Tulsa will have another shot at goal before this game ends, as El Paso trying to slow this game down as slow as they can make it. It's about 6 minutes left here in regulation.
Ferry and Justin Malou who made way. Really a defensive midfielder and a right back. Gomez has gone down. Bourgeois judged to have committed the foul. He can't believe it, the captain. Again, more time off the clock here. Again for joining us here on ESPN Plus and of course on My41 here in Tulsa. Dave Saunders and Anna Beffel with you, bringing you the home games for FC Tulsa this season, and it's been quite a week, a win and a draw, and now what's the outcome of this one? Tulsa Remote has welcomed over 2,000 members to Tulsa and will pay you to work from your new home. Apply now. You're going to love it here. Scooped by Rose to the left-hand side. Hines, as a second-half substitute, threads it in to the box. Lignac still there on a hat-trick, of course. Clever ball to Rose. Rose now skipped a shot over the bar. Is there time for another goal in this game, and which way will it go if there is? Corrales again, I say, Anna, you know, if you're Blair Gavin, really, you've thrown everybody on now, haven't you? You know, in an attacking sense.
And when you do that, you run the risk of leaving yourself a bit exposed defensively, but you're right in Blair Gavin's approach, wanting to get attacking-minded players on the field, try to put themselves in the best position here to try to find a late equalizer. And FC Tulsa definitely with the caliber of players to do so, but unfortunately right now getting a bit frustrated in their play. El Paso doing a decent job of slowing this game down and making it clunky.
Inside the box again, that's going to go through to Austin Wamali. Has it taken away from him rather by Paddy Bourgeois? Works it up to Marcus Epps. Not much space for Epps to play in there. Now a throw in, and this is good play, good professional play from the away side here. They're slowing the game right down. The seconds are ticking by. 2-1 the score. A brace from Solignac. Rico da Costa was in the 33rd minute with a delightful chip to break the deadlock. It's 1-1 at half time. The Argentinian scored a spectacular second to give his side the lead. This will become a little bit frustrating for the home side. Hines with the throw. Totally gets a foot in there. There's a push by Australian Liam Rose in the middle of the midfield. And there's going to be a yellow card. Tulsa, Rodrigo da Costa and Colin Fernandez are coming off. Rose confirmation of his yellow card. Mustafa Pearson into the fray. Last chance for FC Tulsa here. Through here to Da Costa. Da Costa's moved out wide on the right. Gets it back here to Bird. Eric Bird, who's just come on, away by Yuma. Bird's gone to on the ball here on the right-hand side. That's over Dyer. Headed away by Miles Lyons. Back there, right-footed ball from him is sliced out. Up effort, where do FC Tulsa get a chance here? They, you know, as we keep saying, they've got an attacking lineup. They're up against a team that is very professional here, looking for its second win on the bounce away from home. You only get one last opportunity, don't you, in the game?
Right, and Rodrigo da Costa continues to work tirelessly up front to try to create a bit of space. But just that final pass right now, whenever it comes, FC Tulsa has to take a breath, stay calm. We've seen a few chances where they have the opportunity to look up and play that ball across or play that quick pass. They have to do it timely and clinically if they want to have a really good chance on frame in these last couple of minutes.
Interesting to see how many minutes will be on the board here. Diaz has taken his time here with the goal kick, ball placed by Moses Dyer. 2-1 his side leads as he clears the ball into the night sky. Here's Eric Bird. Couldn't find Dyer. Strong challenges coming in. Now, just about finding Joseph. Christopher Pearson to make it. Solignac wants to win it off. Pearson's done well here. 3 minutes of stoppage time for FC Tulsa to try and get an equaliser here. For El Paso Locomotive FC to see the game out. Here's Marcus Epps. Epps now. Is this the chance for the home side? Good ball into the box. Dyer! Heads it in. Was it in? It is now! Da Costa has a brace on the night. It's late Tulsa 2, El Paso Locomotive FC 2.
FC Tulsa trying to get the ball quickly to restart. A scuffle inside of the net. But FC Tulsa has their fans fired up here late as they're able to find the equalizer from none other than Rodrigo da Costa. Dave will get another look here at the replay, but Marcus Ebbs holds the ball up. That's what we were talking about. Get your head up, look up. Moses Dyer with a great header, forcing Benny Diaz to make a save. Rodrigo da Costa follows it up, as all good forwards do, and finishes. He's not going to miss from that distance. And FC Tulsa finally able to find the equalizer.
Was the ball over the line before da Costa put it in? I seem to think it might have been. There's a foul, there's a yellow card. That's easy for the referee, or is he saying no more? No, he is showing a yellow card to substitute Nick Hines. Is there one last opportunity here for FC Tulsa? We had late drama here last season. We've had it again. FC Tulsa have never beaten El Paso Locomotive FC. Is this the moment where they win the game? 2-2, what a game, and two players a brace each. Solignac for El Paso, and of course Rodrigo da Costa with the tap-in, although we are hearing that it was a Moses Dyer goal because the ball was already over the line with keeper Diaz. That's a great ball into the box. Dyer was nearly there again. Now there's a head injury. The referee's got to stop play there, and Dyer sportingly picks up Miles Lyons. It's a free kick, and what an entertaining end to this game. Rodrigo da Costa was there to tap it home, but the ball had already gone over the line, so Moses Dyer scores his first goal of the season, 2-2. And the referee brings the game to an end. It's a hard-fought game. There are handshakes all over the field. And Anna Beffert, 1-1 at half-time, 2-2 final score in the end. Quite a thrilling match.
It was an emotional matchup. Both teams continuing to fight throughout the full 90-plus minutes. And credit El Paso coming into a tough environment here at One Oak Field tonight in front of FC Tulsa's home fans. Go down early, find their way back, eventually get the lead, and then FC Tulsa continuing to chip away and ultimately finding the equalizer really late in stoppage time, and this game ends in a draw.
It certainly does. You know, and FC Tulsa at the end will be pleased to have got that late goal to get something out of the game, and 5 points from this week here at One Oak Field. There's Austin Wormel, who was beaten tonight twice by two fantastic Lucho goals, but alas, it was a late Moses Dyer header, which gives us the final score of 2-2. Lots to wrap up, Anna, with you after this break. We will be back very, very soon as the players shake hands in the middle of the field. It finished FC Tulsa 2, El Paso Locomotive FC 2.
Introducing the new and improved taste of Pepsi Zero Sugar. Now more delicious. Zero. Introducing the new and improved taste of Pepsi Zero Sugar. Now more delicious. Zero never tasted so good. Try it now.
Hi, I'm Bill Knight for Bill Knight Ford. You've probably noticed the construction going on around us, so now is the perfect time to take advantage of our remote options in both sales and service. From a fully online buying experience, including signing all of your documents online, to our pickup and delivery option and service, where we'll bring the loaner to you, and of course, our mobile service van. So let us at Bill Knight Ford come see you and visit us online at BillKnightFord.com, home of the Knight Advantage.
Hi there, therapy is great for athletes. It's great for muscle recovery, reduces aches and pains that they're having, help those muscles recover quicker from those intense workouts that they're going through.
These guys, they're banged up, they're working hard, they're dealing with injuries. I feel blessed that these guys are able to come in the office and, take advantage of our multiple service lines here at Tulsa Spine and Rehab.
Rib Crib's been smoking the good stuff over 20 years, serving up mouth-watering barbecue, talking about slow-smoked classics like Rib Crib's famous ribs. Yeah. Hungry yet? Rib Crib.
Welcome back into One Oak Field. We're all trying to catch our breath a little bit after the dramatic end to this game. FC Tulsa were drawing at halftime 1-1. El Paso take the lead in the second half, and then a late Moses Dyer header, which was deemed to have crossed the line before Rodrigo da Costa made it absolutely sure, gives us the final score of 2-2. And Anna Beffer alongside me. We need to get into those highlights and see how it all unfolded.
It's a really entertaining game. It started off a bit slow, but then El Paso was able to get on the board first. Unfortunate from Jorge Corrales, not able to clean that up, and then Seliniak able to put that one away for El Paso to get on the board. Marcus Epps continued to have a really, really good game, trying to find a bit of space. Excellent technique there as that one curls, but hits the post just a few inches. But El Paso continued to try to find opportunities throughout the game. Warmel, easy save there, but Dave, it was a really entertaining match between these two, and Seliniak, absolute clinic tonight for El Paso.
Yeah, beautiful assist there from Cavillo, and Seliniak does what he does best. Look at this, not much room to work in, and he whacks the ball home. Nothing Austin Wormel could do. And then, Anna, we just had this dramatic finish where FC Tulsa get this header. That was deemed to have been over the line. Da Costa just makes sure, and it finishes up as a dramatic 2-2 draw in the end as we have a look at the full match stats.
Yeah, you thought the game might be over. El Paso was closing out the game pretty well, and then FC Tulsa with a last-ditch effort able to get it done. El Paso Locomotive FC outshot FC Tulsa 14-9. FC Tulsa outpossessed El Paso, but ultimately, Dave, ending in a tie, and it was a pretty emotional second half, back and forth. Both teams, to their credit, continued to fight no matter what position they were in, and El Paso with their first tie of the season, FC Tulsa with their second draw of the week. But Blair Gavin, head coach, has to be pleased. Didn't lose at home over their 3-game homestand and have a good few results here.
And very quickly, Anna, a fair result for you, 2-2?
I think so. There are moments in that game where if you're FC Tulsa, you're a bit disappointed because you had a few turnovers that resulted in some El Paso goals, but credit the El Paso side. They were excellent goals. They took advantage of them in the right place, right time, and they were really well executed. So I think it's a fair finish, but both teams might feel differently, and there were moments in that game where it really could have gone either way.
Let's have a look at the upcoming schedule now as you look at downtown Tulsa. And as we said, Open Cup first next week on Wednesday, crosstown rivalry with the Tulsa Athletic, and then FC Tulsa go to San Diego Loyal, and you can see the games coming thick and fast, and I'm going to say it again, no game is a given this season.
No, have to be at your best for every game, and we've talked about, Dave, how it gets late in the season and these games become must-win to make the playoffs, and you have to win the next two to have a good position. And really what matters, every game needs to be crucial, especially the games at home. Now FC Tulsa will go on the road, San Diego Loyal SC, try to put themselves in a good position to get some points in a tough environment, and then come back home against Charleston Battery, and you can see the rest of those games. But just very important, Blair Gavin has to be pleased with the start so far this season, though, for FC Tulsa.
And best of luck to El Paso in their next two home games against Orange County and Pittsburgh Riverhounds SC. Well, it's been quite a night here. Anna Beffer summing up really well there that in the end, I guess 2-2, a draw, about a fair result. And, FC Tulsa have dug out a result from somewhere, and it shows the resilience and the fans getting behind what Blair Gavin's doing here at FC Tulsa.
I think it does, and for FC Tulsa to continue to fight and show some grit in that game and fight till the last minute and get a result at home. There were moments where El Paso looked to have the game pretty much tidied up, and FC Tulsa found a way in the end to get a point at home and put themselves in a good position to get back on the road.
Annabeth, thank you so much for your company as always. Thank you to our wonderful crew here who produced this show for us. It's been quite a night for the fans. They've banged their drums, they've blown the trumpets, they got behind the team. They were up against a tough opponent. Rodrigo da Costa with a beautiful chip got us underway, and then an equaliser here from Seliniak, his first of his two on the night. FC Tulsa kept coming, so did El Paso, and Seliniak got another goal, and it was a late equaliser for FC Tulsa. We will see you again next time here. It's been an entertaining game. Thank you so much for tuning in. It's finished here. FC Tulsa 2, El Paso Locomotive FC 2.
Of the United Soccer League Championship cannot be retransmitted, rebroadcast, or reproduced without the expressed written consent of the United Soccer League Championship.